Okay. Hello, hello. Good evening. Raid incoming. Watch out. Oh, great. Gorgon is already on Twitch. Oh my god. Okay. I think okay, so we're gonna share the YouTube link. So I just gotta make sure. Let me just give me a second. I'm gonna go to my channel and then I'm gonna hit check the live feed. We're gonna hit check the okay, I'm gonna share this link in I'll share with you in the chat if you want. You can share that wherever you want.
Awesome.
I'm also going to put it in the contents creator section real quick. Iyawonderland interview and raffle at the end. So I could remember. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I think, whoops. There we go. Let me just go to, where are you? This is so professional. Okay, I got you now. This is like 10 out of 10 interview.
Hey, you know what? It's 10 out of 10.
Oh geez, let's go. Hey, we got the Spizzo. He's in the chat. What's going on, bro? Oh my goodness. So Gorgon Dean, for the most part, if I were you, I'd recommend watching this in YouTube only because you will get bombarded with ads there. Because I haven't touched that thing in a while, so I'd recommend just jumping ship to YouTube. You know what? Let me type that chat in for anyone watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. But go to YouTube interview or YouTube channel instead.
Mm-hmm.
And just post the link there. And we should be good. So I want to make sure, Spiz, can you hear me well? Can everybody hear? Is the mic good? Am I too loud? Is she too loud? Like, I don't know. What is it? Can you hear her?
Am I too loud?
No. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, I meant to say.
No, that's okay. Hey.
Yeah, always on the two for me. Sounds great for both.
Great.
Okay. Okay, let's see. All right. We got a couple of people going on here. So, okay, so are you ready, Aya?
I am ready.
Okay. So, let us begin. So, so let's see. It's hard to do my intro. Okay, I got you. Here we go. Hey guys, this is the Hidden Hero. I'm here today with a special guest interview with the lovely, wonderful, and amazing Iyawonderland. She's been playing Lost Relics for quite some time, and we are here to find out what her perspective is, you know, as her experience in Lost Relics and just how she is as a person.
Happy to be here.
Great. I mean, I do apologize to everybody that I was fashionably late due to a late dinner, so I apologize for that. But besides that, so let's get right into the interview questions. How do you feel about that, Aya?
That's great. Yeah, let's just jump right in.
All right, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So, who is Iyawonderland? Where did the name come from?
Oh my gosh. So, Aya is a childhood nickname. And when I was little, my mother just kind of randomly started this little chant of Aya Paya in the Skya. And that is where my name came from. Is
Really?
yeah. Yeah, it was just a random it literally I was running on the beach in Alaska and at our property at our fisheries up there. And she just came to her and she was just kind of said it as a little sing song, nursery rhyme. And so my original name has 11 letters in it.
Oh.
And I always tell people that it's a mouthful to say. And so I really liked that my nickname went down to 3 instead of 11. So so it was a huge cut down and because of my name, I it was kind of synonymous because no one could ever say it right. My legal name, my government name, as the kids
Yes.
would say
Hmm.
in the streaming world, and they would always call me Alice. And and that's not my name, but I love Alice in Wonderland. It's one of my favorite novels.
Okay.
But and so I just kind of combined the two, and there you go.
Wow, very
Hmm.
intriguing. I just like that. Aya, say it again. Aya, what? It was Aya
Aya,
Paya, eh,
Aya Paya in
Paya,
the Skya.
Aya Paya in the sky. I think I might be
Hmm.
calling you that
Yeah.
from now on. No, I'm kidding. No, 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 I'm kidding. No, no, no. It's a very nice origin story. It's very nice, very unique. I've never heard that told in such
Yeah.
a very nice
No,
way.
and actually, no one's like no one knows. So there you go.
Well,
And you guys, whoever's here, heard it here first.
for the
So.
fur, heard it here first. You heard it here first. Okay, that's great. What do you do for work?
I work in land acquisitions. My specialty, it's kind of morphed over time, but I've been working with the same company for 7 years,
Okay.
and I've moved into different departments within that company. Luckily, they've been kind of like promotional moves versus lateral, so I have been moving up the ladder of, management there, which is good. But right now, my specialty is in actual land acquisitions for renewable energy projects.
So just to clarify, I'm maybe I'm just silly. What is land acquisition?
Land acquisition. So essentially, I work with different renewable energy companies,
Okay.
and they give us areas of states that they would like to expand their projects in. And so I work directly with landowners that own, like hundreds and hundreds of acres of land.
Yeah, yeah.
And we come in and say, hey, our client wants to do a, solar project or a wind project,
Okay.
and so we obtain or we acquire that land from these owners either via a lease or we move through purchase.
Okay.
So
Okay.
before I moved into this department that I am in now, I was also part of a land acquisition, just in a different way. It was through condemnation, and so I was taking property from little old ladies
Oh, really?
out. Yeah, those it was government sanctioned, so unfortunately they couldn't say no. So
Hmm. Okay.
yeah,
Sounds like
yeah.
some serious work you got going for you there.
It was, yeah, it was. I had to go to real estate school and get my real estate license, and so I did that, and, so I guess I have a real estate license now. So I can buy and sell homes in the state of New Mexico, so
Okay, hey, that's hey, fantastic. I'm glad to hear. That sounds like a very interesting line of work.
yes, yes. It's
S-
always kept me on my toes.
Okay, very good. What is a book or movie that has had a significant impact on you and why?
Oh my gosh. Well, my easiest, like, answer to that is, of course, Alice in Wonderland, because it's kind of been, the thing that has kind of worked in my namesake.
Hmm.
But I think going through a childhood, I've always been just I love reading.
Hmm.
Reading is one of my escape from the real world, and I got into fantasy books, like high fantasy, from a very young age,
Oh, really?
and
Wow.
yeah, from a very very young age, and my dad lovingly supported that. And, but one of the ones that I think stuck out to me was the Aragon series
Hmm.
from, back in the day. So that was one that it really stuck out to me, but it's yeah, I mean, just more so just the high fantasy. I mean, I honestly I didn't finish Harry Potter. I didn't finish the Harry Potter series.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's something that yeah, I got to the 3rd book. That was my favorite, and I was like, "Done."
So you stopped the Prison of Azkaban?
I stopped at Prisoner of Azkaban. I didn't go into the Goblet of Fire. I didn't go like I was like, "No, I'm fine." And at the time it was good because it protected me from like like the deaths of major characters
Yeah.
and all of that stuff. And
Oh,
so I
yeah.
was just like, "Yeah, I'm going to stay right here."
So a quick question: if you had to be one of the houses, which would it be? Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, or Gryffindor?
a very much Slytherin house. Yeah.
Oh, how you hear that,
Yeah.
folks? House of Slytherin.
Yeah.
I'm
That was
more.
I can't escape that.
I'm more of a Ravenclaw, but it's all good.
Yeah.
All right, that's very interesting. No. I just found it very interesting, because books are very helpful in terms of like expanding the mind. You can develop
Mhm.
your brain.
Yes. Mhm. Yeah.
So the next
Yeah.
question is, what are your favorite video games? Doesn't have to be, LR, but if you want it to be LR, by all means, go ahead.
So, my favorite games were ARPG games.
Okay.
And one of my all-time favorite games was a PS2 game called Dark Cloud 2, and I absolutely adored that game. I mean, of course, I've played, the Final Fantasies, all of that kind of stuff. Outside of video games, I'm a huge puzzle lover. Like the mind games, puzzle games,
Yeah.
and
You
so
go
I,
ahead.
you know, no, yeah,
No, I was gonna ask platforming games. Sorry,
platforming
like
games. What does that
Mario,
mean?
like Mario games.
Oh yeah, no, Mario RPG was my all-time favorite. That
Okay.
was like nothing compares to Mario RPG to me. And so when they remade it and remastered it, I cried.
Of course. I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure everyone cried when that game dropped when it's a remake. But yeah, okay. So you like puzzle games? You like
Mhm.
so like? Could you explain a little bit more about Dark Cloud for the PS2? Because I've never heard of it. I'm not gonna lie, I never heard of that game.
That's okay. Not a lot of people have. In North America, it was called Dark Cloud 2,
Okay.
but everywhere else it was called Dark Chronicles, I think, in other countries.
Okay.
And it was kind of like, this interesting game where it was an ARPG, so you had, different characters kind of like, Final Fantasy, where one would go and attack, then the other would go and attack. But I loved it that you had to build your own weapons, like, to make them better, to upgrade them, you had to go and find the things that you needed to, upgrade them. But then it also had, like, a picture-taking aspect to it, it was wild. Like,
Mm.
if you caught certain pictures of like, throughout your journeys, and because I loved Pokemon Snap when I was really young, you know,
Yeah.
this just kind of it was just a combination of so many different things that I enjoyed, that I was like, "This is just the perfect game." I
Wow.
love this game.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it had more
Yeah.
than just one element to it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So now let's get to something very nice and simple. What is your favorite and least favorite food?
My favorite food, oh my goodness. Um, a good baked potato.
Baked potato, really?
Yeah, like a really good, like, jacket potato. Like, I don't need all the fixings. I'm not saying like, sour cream, chive, bacon. I just give me a good cooked, crispy skinned, salted baked potato with lots of butter and a good amount of seasoning, and
Mm.
I'm set. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Okay. And
Yep.
what don't you like?
Jello.
Jello. Whoa. That
Yeah.
came out really.
Oh, yeah. No, I will leave a room that has Jello in it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I was teaching, because I used to be an elementary school teacher, or a preschool teacher rather,
Okay.
and, my co-teacher, she loved Jello, and so whenever the kids would, um it's me I hate talking about it, but whenever the kids would like, we would have our holiday parties, and of course, they'd bring in Jello cups and stuff. Ugh. And she loved it so much that she would do, like, Jello shot shooters out of the Jello cups,
Oh.
and I would make the absolute worst faces, and one time she, like, snorted it out of her nose,
Oh my goodness.
and I was like, "Serves you right." So,
Wow.
yeah, I do not enjoy it at all.
So
Nope.
bad history of Jellos. Okay, what?
Yeah, I don't feel that something that gelatinous and jiggly should be able to keep its shape after such rigorous jellifying. So,
I guess you could say
yeah.
Jello isn't your fellow.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. That is so true. Yes. It's not.
Uh, that's great. All right. What is the best trip or vacation you've taken and why was it so memorable?
Ooh. Um, so I took a trip out to Washington, D.C.
Okay.
when I was in middle school.
Hmm.
My mother pulled me out early, so it was like I missed the last couple of days of school, which was always cool. And we just went out there and it was great. We spent a week out there, and it was funny because it was the first time that I was ever introduced to rainbow, the aspect of, gay pride.
Oh,
And my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, the rainbow parade is here." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I love rainbows," because it was raining at the time.
right.
And I was like, "How in the world?" This is guys, you're really gonna get a hint at how dim I am sometimes, but I was like, "How do they know to have a rainbow parade every time it rains? Like, do they have it every time it like, so like, and she's like, "No, no, 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 no."
Oh
And
boy.
so it was just kind of like, we didn't even really touch on it after that. It was just like, "No, that's not the kind of rainbow parade that we're talking about." And so, we had just gotten done visiting some Smithsonians, and, we had gone to a California pizza kitchen, and the entire restaurant was all windows.
Hmm.
It was absolutely stunning. And, I am eating my salad, and the next thing I know, I look up and there is Snow White.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh, look." I'm like, "This is like Disneyland." I'm like, "What in the world is going on here? Like, this is the best." But the closer that she got to me, the more I realized that she had a full-on beard.
Oh my God.
And I was like, "Huh, that is different. That right there that's different." And, what added to the experience was the 7 little men that were walking behind her.
Oh no.
And I was like, "This is absolutely wild." So, but it was a very unique experience. It was something I look back extremely fondly and laugh every time, so yeah, that was probably one of my most favorite trips
Interesting.
and
So
why it was so memorable.
so it was memorable because of the gentleman wearing being Snow White, and that you thought rainbows parade in that kind of way. Interesting. So it introduced you to that
Yeah,
demographic. So
and
interesting.
I still didn't connect the dots. It still took me a couple of years to even make that connection of, "Oh, that's what we meant by rainbow parade." Like that I didn't at the time even connect the dots. I just thought that this, person was just I was like, where's the costume contest? Because I wanna be in it. Like, where do we go?"
Oh my goodness. I
And
mean,
and of course
go ahead.
and of course, my mom is like, "No, no, no." Like, it's like, this poor woman has always been like, "No, no."
Oh my goodness, man. That's the beauty of childhood innocence. Is like,
Yes.
man,
Mhm.
that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, look, at least I'm pretty sure it was definitely a memorable experience for you, and that, it was very nice for you.
Yes. No, it was a great trip. It was an amazing trip. So,
Yeah,
but yeah.
definitely. What is a challenge you have overcome in your personal life, and what did you learn from it?
Ooh, I loved this question.
Hmm.
Um, so from a very, very young age, I was bullied.
Oh.
It like extremely bullied. The minute that I stepped foot in my kindergarten class, this girl, um, for whatever reason, I became her target.
Oh.
And throughout my elementary school years, she just wanted to just make my life just a living hell. And she had taken a lot of my best friends away from me, and just through like outside influence, and I just never understood. To this day, I really never understood why, but she kind of started um the snowball effect. And then throughout my, school life, I was bullied either for being a bigger child, or coming from a family that had a little bit more privilege than most.
Mm.
And um and I think that that was just it was interesting. But coming out from it, I made a promise to myself that I never wanted anyone to ever feel the way that my bullies and the people that had said or done horrendous things to me made me feel, because no one should ever be made to feel that way. So that was one thing that I think that I very much overcame was bullying.
Man, we know bullying. I'm pretty sure all of us had our fair share of
Yeah.
bullying, and it's pretty tragic. I mean,
Mhm.
it's crazy. Like, there's a lot of things that, like, I know how we had it rough in our times back in our days, but I can only
Mhm.
imagine like how terrible it was back, how terrible it is nowadays with current kids.
Yeah.
Now, forget it.
Yes.
Your
Yeah.
your bully is on has a different freaking
Mhm.
name in the game you're
Mhm.
probably playing. It's like, ugh, it's just terrible. But no, it's bullying has always been something that's just been a very it's not a controversial. It's definitely a heavy subject,
Mhm.
and that it's a very, I wouldn't say yeah, it's subjective based on whoever had the experience on who did it.
Right.
But
Right.
damn, that's just sad to hear that, Aya. But hey,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. So, but I just, it was always something that was just interesting. And there were different, variables that came into play. There were just sometimes it got, it wasn't, a huge thing and then it became a huge thing. Like people threatened my life, it was so interesting experiencing that and coming out as positive as I am
mm-hmm,
with a positive outlook on life versus some of my friends who unfortunately did not
mm,
make it. And I just was like, there's no way that I will ever make someone feel the way that I was made to feel, you know. So I've kind of made it my goal.
no, man. I mean, if you keep going, you're about to make me cry, man. It's very sad.
No, no.
It's very touching. It's a very touching tale. I'm sorry. That was just wow. Whew.
Yes.
um,
No, but I agree with what you say is that for a lot of people, they will experience a different level and different variations of being bullied, and none of it's okay. None
mm,
of it should ever happen, and I think that I had an amazing family and amazing parents that, my dad was absolute bulldog,
mm.
ferocious. And if he knew that anyone had made me cry, he was like, "Where are they at?" And I'm like, "No, no, 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 no." Because he's like the kid, like it just, he's like they wouldn't survive. Like I'm
Of
like, "Please
course, yeah,
no.
no.
They're my classmates. It's
I'm,
okay."
I mean, it's
You
daddy's
know.
little girl, man. You can't mess
Oh
with
yeah.
that. Forget it.
Yeah, and I was his only girl, and so it was just yeah. So I was just like, "Oh," but yeah. But I was
Yeah.
tough. I mean, I had to, you learn to be tough. You learn to kind of have a thicker skin than most people. And, I don't wish anybody ill will that, kind of said or had done certain things to me. It's just, I'm like, hey, my quote is the best revenge is a life well lived.
Yes.
So,
Amen. Amen to
yeah,
that. What are some life goals you want to achieve and why?
some life goals that I want to achieve. I would love to be a mom.
Oh,
Yeah. That I think is one of the main life goals that I have right now, especially at this point in my life.
I
Yeah.
see. So,
But it's yeah.
I mean, to be a mom. Okay, this is a bonus question. I haven't have on
Mhm.
there, but how many kids?
Oh, I'm fine with 1.
Okay, one
I'm
is
fine with
enough.
1.
All right.
The background of my family and those that know, but we are ingrained to like kind of repopulate the earth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So my aunt, she had 7 children, and then she married into 6 more.
Good lord.
And oh yeah. Yeah. And I just yeah, I was like, "Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. Fine. I don't need that many. I don't need that many."
Oh
So,
man.
but yeah, so it's just, it became like I don't know if you remember the movie Yours, Mine, and Ours?
No, I don't think I saw that movie.
Oh
No.
my gosh. They redid it with, like, Dennis Quaid, I think,
Uh huh.
in the, like, the 2000s, but I'm talking about, like, the one from, I think, the, like, the 60s. But yeah, it kind of, like, I was like, that's too many flipping kids.
Yeah.
Uh-uh. So I'm like, I'm fine with 1 or 2, if I have twins, jackpot. Like, oh my gosh, it's done.
Well,
So,
yeah, that's great. Well,
yeah.
that's good to know. So being a mom, very
Yeah,
nice.
and I
That's a
know it's
very
kinda
nice.
silly, but, that's just kinda my goal.
No, not at all. I mean, it's great to be a mom. I think a lot of people would appreciate that, honestly. Being a mom is not easy and it's a lot of work, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, especially I think this day and age. It's kind of interesting for children to be raised, with electronics and all that kind of like iPad children and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. I think my kids are gonna live under a rock for a few years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, like, here's Lincoln Logs. Go build something. Do like imagination,
Exactly. You gotta
So
just learn how to draw, do something, play the piano, or just do
yes.
something. I don't
Yes.
know.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. What's one thing you always wanted to learn but haven't had the chance yet?
Sign language.
Sign language?
I would love to learn sign language.
Why?
Yeah. My mother and I worked with a nonprofit organization that specialized in working with children and young adults, and even older adults
Mhm.
that were special needs.
Okay.
And we created this nonprofit organization, and it specialized in helping kids hone their skills in the arts. So, singing, dancing, painting, um, acting, and because it was just something that was very near and dear to us because we have family members that are mute and have been mute since they were very, very young. And like full fledged, like they've never spoken a word their entire
Hmm.
life. And she's one of my favorite cousins. And I always have wanted to communicate with her properly. And she signs. And I know a few with her assistance. She's so sweet in trying to help me. But yeah, I've always wanted to learn sign language to better communicate with the kids we helped. So and we worked with. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Very interesting. That's a very it sounds like a very uh personal life, personal goal that you want to do, which I mean, learning a language is very difficult. I mean, I know the hidden Hira, she wants to learn Japanese and French now, and I'm telling
Very
her,
cool.
yeah, I'm telling her like you're crazy. That's a lot to learn in a couple of years, but that's
I
but sign language is still a very challenging language to learn as well, and it's ironically very helpful still in this day and age.
Oh yeah, I think that being multilingual is extremely beneficial. And I took French when I was in junior high. That was one of my favorite classes. Was my French class.
Hmm.
And do I remember any of it? Hardly. No, I can call somebody a dirty monkey ass, but that's it.
You see,
Um,
you don't know how to say bonjour, mademoiselle, or
I do
monsieur?
know how to. No, I do, but I was no, but it was just something that I loved it. It was just, some baguette from me. No, but I loved it. My French teacher, he was of the Jewish faith, and he just was absolutely a stunning teacher.
Hmm.
And I loved it. It was great, and I would take the classes over and over with him always. And we're actually friends on Facebook, which is totally
Oh.
great. Yeah, totally great. But yeah, I think being multilingual, and so I think she should do it. And I think that Duolingo has great classes that you
Hmm.
just hop on and you're learning. So I think that she would really love that program and to learn those multi languages.
Very nice. Very
So I think
nice.
that would be really cool. That would be really fun for her. And so, but I don't know on Duolingo if they do sign language. I have to look.
I mean, you never
So
know. Maybe you should check it out. They may or may not have it. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, so I just have to look into it, but yeah, but that was one thing that I always have wanted to learn and, and plan to in the future, but yeah, that was just, so.
Very nice. I love it. I love the goal. It's very, very, very nice. All right. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Oh my gosh, I think where it rains a lot. Not like torrential rain, not like, like in the Amazon, but, like Washington or Oregon, or kind of up in Canada, just where it just rains and it's, gloomy and yeah, that's where I
Question.
would wanna go.
Question. Are you the kind of people that love it when it rains versus where it's
Oh, I
sunny?
love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I live in it. Yeah,
Is is
it's yeah.
is there any personal reason why you love it? Why so much? Why do you like it? Why do you like it to rain so much?
I think that for me, it's just it's a calming thing. Um, I especially I call it napping weather, and I'm all for a nap. But
Oh. Mm-hmm.
but also I think that it just keeps things just nice and clean. It just washes away. Just it's just I just love it. Just the mood it sets and all of that stuff. It just is. Yeah, I get
So
happy.
so you get happy whenever it rains, like not to the point where it causes like a lot of like, like floods or anything, but just enough so that it presents that nice mood. And I know what you're talking about because I mean, I love it when it rains on a weekend and I have nothing to do and I just sleep like that.
Yes.
You've had that sleep before, right?
Oh, yeah, because it's that low pressure that comes in with rain, and so it just kind of, like it grounds me, and
Mm,
so, with that grounding, of course, comes n naps, but
mm,
it's because I usually feel like I am a high vibration person, so I feel like I float on the ground most of the time, if that makes sense.
mm-hmm.
Like that kind of high energy and just like, and so to be naturally grounded is so amazing to me. It feels great.
Interesting. Okay. So let's see. Is there a skill or talent you have that most people don't know about?
I always say that I'm a jack of all trades and master of none.
Okay. Well, I mean,
That's kind of, how I am, because I feel like I am a good baker, a good cook. I feel like I have, certain talents that are, nice, but, yeah, but I don't feel that if I were to go toe to toe with like Gordon Ramsay,
oh
I
no.
feel like I would cry.
He's like my inspiration for the most time when it comes to cooking.
Because yeah.
But when it comes to like baking, like I mean, you want to give sous chef a run for his money, but what would you bake? Just curious.
So my family owned bakeries and delis when I was young.
Okay.
And so our specialty was muffins.
Ooh.
And so yeah, like we would make these huge cinnamon rolls, these massive brownies, and these huge muffins. Like the muffins you get from Costco or Sam's.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen those.
Like
Yeah.
those massive, just like
It's big.
like yeah, both hand holding muffins. That's what we specialized in. And so, yeah, I think that, I if sous chef is listening, he's probably laughing at me. But no, a muffin. I'd make him a muffin.
Very
So
nice. Yeah. I'm still trying to perfect my lava cake. It's really hard to do, but it's really nice when you get it right.
yes, it is. Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay, this should be nice. What kind of music or playlist gets you in a great mood?
Ooh. Oh, I love this. Um, my genre, my preference that I can't give you one because I tell people that I love anything from Mozart to Metallica.
Mozart's to Metallica.
Mhm. So classical music all the way up to death metal.
Interesting.
So it really depends on my mood, and if I feel stressed, if I need to calm down, I'm listening to death metal, like Five Finger Death Punch. I'm listening to Avenged Sevenfold. Um, of course, Metallica, uh, that's like that calms me down, that centers me.
Interesting.
And then I move into, just like I like pop 80s music,
Hmm.
hair band. Um, my grandfather was he had the same vocal coach as Bing Crosby.
Okay.
And so he was, of course, around the time of Frank Sinatra, Bing, and all of those guys, and he recorded records and was, basically going to start his music career, but met my grandmother and gave it all up for love. So,
Mm, that's sweet.
and yes, it was very sweet. But after she got sick and unfortunately passed away when my mother was young, he never sang again.
Oh.
And but except one day when he picked me up from school and he turned on the AM stations,
Hmm.
if anyone's familiar with that. So like, AM stations were, where literally the old people kind of lived, with their music.
Hmm.
And he started to sing Moon River for me.
Oh.
And it was absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning. It gives me chills to this day. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, grandpa, why don't you sing anymore?" And he just said, "You know what? It just when you lose that passion, you've lost it." And he's like, "But for whatever reason, you brought that out for me." And so I live with that because my mother and her siblings, which there were 6 siblings there, they hadn't heard their father sing in decades. And so it was just
Interesting.
kind of like a special, thing that we had. So, yeah.
Wow, that's very nice. I guess when you mentioned heavy metal, I was thinking of. I'm not sure if you've seen the anime Agaretsuko. It's like a
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, the
Yes.
the red
Yes, yes,
panda.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm imagining I'm
100%.
I'm imagining
Yes.
you in a karaoke
Yeah.
bar and just letting it rip.
Yeah, if I had the vocals, oh my gosh, I would be there. I would be there. My little panda self, oh my gosh, yeah. Just
I'm
after work, just throwing everything down and just going down to the karaoke bar and just getting all up in that microphone with death metal. Yeah.
yeah, because oh my
Yep.
god, I still can't believe they had an actual live male like voice from
Yeah.
Metallica sing that voice for her, and it was hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I just love that one scene. Interesting, very interesting. That's a very interesting taste, but uh,
Yeah.
that's very
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, he instilled the love of music for my entire family. So it's my brother, um, he's in a metal band and he, kind of builds his own guitars and, sings. I unfortunately sound like a mule being castrated.
Oh,
Um,
geez.
yeah, it's intense. When I would sing in church, my mother would, be like, "No, no, 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 no." You know, no, 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 no.
no,
So it
aw.
was yeah. So I think it's gotten better over the years, but I don't sing in public
No,
ever.
of course not. No, 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 not even. Heck no, man. That's if you know you don't sing that well, it's best to keep it in the house and keep it for the people, or sing it to somebody
Yeah.
that means a lot to you. That's
Yeah,
what I
like
would
the
say.
shower head
That too.
is usually yeah, the shower head is usually what is my concert. So, there you go.
Oh, there you go, fellas. Okay. How did you get into crypto?
My older brother introduced me to crypto. We've always kind of been, a family of kinda just watching where money flows in and out of.
Hmm.
My dad was a day trader for the stock market when I was young, and so he, uh, that was his thing. Wake up 5 o'clock in the morning every morning watching the stock market, making his deals, um, and so cryptocurrency kind of evolved into that. And so when my older brother discovered it, he was like, "This is, the way of the future. This is
Hmm.
how, international business dealings are going to be conducted is through this, you know, intangible coin, and token or, whatever currency." And Um, and so he was the one that introduced it to us. Was my older brother.
Wow.
So,
Very
yeah.
nice. That's very so your older brother. So like was that like when Bitcoin first started out, or was that like
Mhm.
when like Bitcoin rose to 20K the first time?
No, he always I think that with my older brother, he's very hyper intelligent,
Okay.
and especially in the ways of making money.
Okay.
He very much inherited that from my dad. And so he always has like his finger on the pulse,
Okay.
as they say. And he kind of notified us that this new way of a monetary gain was kind of coming into into play. Unfortunately, I wish that we, had the expendable income to invest
Oh, okay.
in Bitcoin, but we very much missed that boat.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right.
But,
No.
um, but yeah, so that's kinda where we all kinda started, but
I mean, it sounds to me like your brother is a Capricorn.
he is not, he is an Aries.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. He and my dad are born on the same day.
It's crazy. I keep attracting Aries.
Oh, yeah, no, Aries, yeah, yeah, and my little brother's a Cancer, bless his heart,
Okay.
you know? And of course, then I'm a Sagittarius, so it's like I just bulldoze over that little boy.
Oh
So, I mean,
wow.
I say little boy, but he's freaking 26 now, but,
You,
always little to me.
of course, you're the. I'm pretty sure you're the big sis, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm the middle child, but I kind of yeah, he's 7 years younger than me, so it's just kinda like, ugh.
Yeah, that's a long time. In
Yeah.
terms of experience, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that, it was just gonna be me and my older brother for the longest time, and then he showed up, and I was like, "Ugh, get out." Like,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. When did you first start playing Lost Relics?
I started and I feel like I've been playing for so much longer, and I think that you can agree with me there, but I it says on my Discord thing that I
Mm-hmm.
joined the Discord in March of 2021, and I feel like it's been longer, but I have to go off of what my Discord thing says, or else people are gonna probably get pissed at me. So,
Yeah,
March
same here.
2021.
Very nice. March 2021. So that's when you first started playing Lost Relics. 2021. Very
Yes.
good. So
Yep.
then with the current, I would say, okay, so what is your favorite artifact or artifacts in particular in the game? Like, even if you don't have it, what would you want?
Oh, Arkers. Number 1. Number 1 is Arkers. I always wanted to be part of the cool kids club. Um, you know, it was just a dream. And then, it's just but then I have to live in reality. And so in my reality is the Ring of Havoc for a um virtual.
Okay.
I love the Ring of Havoc. And I know it's not like the most practical relic,
Uh
but
huh.
I do love that I can just stick it down and go to town. I always save it for the boss, if I
Hmm.
am just because I can't be bothered to run around, you know, the Grodd,
Yeah, of course. I
So
know.
I would
Yeah,
rather
Grodd.
just yeah, I would rather just stick him in place and be like, "Ah." Um, and then for collectible, I love the Idol of the Damned. That's one of my favorite relics
Yeah,
that
that's
is
very
more
good.
recent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
I I like how like you like Archer's ring because it's a ring and it's like okay, it does a lot of stuff and you can just
yes.
face tank everything, which is a very
Yeah.
very very like even the Spits can tell you how amazing that relic is, man.
Yeah. It's
Very nice.
it's 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 OP. It's OP and OG. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, if you're a blue name, you gotta have one. And then, it's kinda like and then, of course, moving into I mean, I don't know how I feel about Legion's Fall, but, I mean, it's something you gotta have. So,
Yeah, it's
but,
really good.
you know.
Yeah, very nice. That's no, very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So okay, so everybody who's watching this has gone through this. What I'm about to ask you, Aya,
Mhm.
is what is your thoughts of the tutorial for Lost Relic? So we all had to go through that whole
Right.
tutorial. So what did you feel about it? What were your thoughts on it exactly?
I really liked it. I thought that it was, a different take, especially those of us that have been around Lost Relics for a long time. Um, I I loved the aspect of it. I liked that it, um, was interactive. It felt like, you know, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but it felt like almost every intro that you would have in the beginning of any kind of video game.
Mm-hmm.
It's setting the stage for how you conduct yourself, how you play, here. And of course, I think a huge benefit is that it's giving the players, tools, weapons, potions,
Mm-hmm.
fish. It's kind of like before you go, here you go, like here's your knapsack of snacks before you go out there on your big adventure,
Right.
you know. And I think it's a great way to start, in my opinion. So,
Okay. I agree with you. It does give you a lot of like basic essentials, necessities that you need, and yeah, I thought the tutorial was fine as well. I guess that's why, like, it's interesting to like, not many crypto games actually do what Cliff has done in terms of the tutorial. That's why I do praise him for making that for all of us.
mhm. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so what is your current goal in Lost Relics right now,
Get higher than level 52.
Aya? What level are you now?
52.
Oh, get higher than 52.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I felt like I have been at 52 for I mean, I took a long break, and so I'm so tired of staring at that number. But I just unfortunately, I don't play as much as I used to, and I have recently gotten back into it. And yeah, I'm kind of ready to be out of that 52. So,
I,
yeah.
the only way is up.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm pushing that you'll definitely get to 60 by the end of the year.
Ooh, buddy. I mean, let that is a great goal. Let's set that goal.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. 53, we'll go 50. But it all starts with one step, and you're all right. Let's get to 53 first. All right?
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
Very good. That's more
There you
realistic.
go. Yeah.
What are some suggestions you would tell Cliff to improve Lost Relics?
Ooh. This one was, a different kind of question because I think that there have been so many changes in the past year
Right.
that it's kind of hard to make the suggestion because you never know what he has kind of, cooking in the background.
Right.
And so it's always kind of silly that like we make the suggestions and he's like, "Yeah, we'll think about it." And then 6 months later, "Hey, hey, look."
Okay. So then
You know?
let's reframe this question then. Because the game has gotten a significant bump of a lot of stuff we already said. So
Right.
what would you want to be added into the game from any of your favorite games? Just as a, not, it could be a suggestion, or it could just be something that that you like from another game and you just want to pull that into this game. Like, what would you
You
say in
know
that terms?
what I really, really enjoyed was during, our Halloween events
Mm-hmm.
where we crafted, like, the Bone Ripper and
Yes.
the Dark Torment. Like, I loved going in and getting the pieces to either it was from, the Wheel of Wonder or
Mm-hmm.
going in and fighting Conqueron or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I loved the aspect of getting those pieces and parts and creating that or that collectible now instead of being a blockchain, but that collectible. And I think that for me, I would love to see different weapon styles. I think that was one of the last suggestions I made when I was, really in and active was different weapon styles.
Yes, I think that would be very cool.
Yeah.
That would be very nice to have in there. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
What advice would you give the? Sorry, let me try that again. What advice would you give to new Lost Relic players?
Don't be cocky.
Yes.
Don't be cocky. I think that's one of the biggest things is don't come into this game if if you're, used to it via playing, oh my gosh, just like WoW and all of the other games that you've just kind of you feel like you're coming in here. I, it's a different beast in a way, and it needs to be respected. And don't don't disregard assistance.
Mm-hmm.
If people are trying to help you, if people are, taking the time to provide you with insight, don't disregard it,
Mm,
you know.
yes.
And farm for gold.
Yes, definitely. So basically, be humble and grind for that gold. Got you.
Mhm.
Cool. So now we're gonna jump. So we're gonna come back to Lost Relic question. So we're gonna come back to you. Okay, I am.
Mhm. Okay.
What is your favorite and least favorite color?
My favorite color is
Uh,
um deep, deep purple.
no,
Yeah,
really?
my favorite color is a deep, deep purple. Almost black, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
yeah.
So like a dark violet kind of colorish.
No, like aubergine. Like once you start getting into the plums and,
Oh, that color.
getting
Okay.
yeah, just that deep, just yeah. It's a
Okay.
beautiful color.
I'm.
I am a fan of jewel tones.
Oh, have you seen like how lilac flowers are?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm as you can tell my logo, I love purple as well. So that's ironic.
Yes. Yeah.
So what is your
Yeah.
least favorite color?
My least favorite color, um, gosh, neon green.
Neon green.
Neon green.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I very much kind of keep to like I said, the jewel tones. I am a fan of pastels, but yeah, I just once you start getting to those neon colors, I'm like, you know.
Yeah, neon colors for me, they're just too bright for me at a certain
Mhm.
level. Only like the yellow highlighter is fine for me. Every other color is just like
Yeah.
kind of weird. Okay. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Ooh.
Yeah. That one kind of snuck in. Take your time. I know I put you on the spot, but take your time.
Oh my gosh. Hmm. I
If
think
oh sorry, I'm saying if you feel uncomfortable answering that question, you don't have to.
no. No, 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 no. No, unfortunately for me, I think one of the things is that I'm too open. But probably how forgiving I can be.
Really?
I think that's one of the things I would want to change.
I mean, do you mind expanding on why, or is it because do you? Hmm.
I think that I think that being as forgiving as I have been, um, has opened the doors for people to take advantage of my kindness.
Ah.
And
Mm-hmm.
I eh, like I said, I am very much usually and I strive to be a, happy and positive person. But naturally, I can be not that. And and it has taken a lot of life experience and the loss of a lot of people in my life to not live in that frame of mind. But I think that being forgiving, as forgiving as I have been, is kind of what opens the door for that.
Hmm. Interesting. So I see. Now, I mean, that is it is a it is very, yeah, that does tend to happen quite a bit when it comes to people who treat others who assume that they're nice and then they think that's sign of weakness. And I can relate to that very well. And I know a lot of people in my life have, quote unquote, taken advantage of me. And obviously, part of me wishes that they would burn in hell. But but I don't wish ill bad on others over time, because I already know that karma does come back twice as strong from my experience. And anybody that has done you wrong, they are getting theirs. I'm assuming that.
Yeah, I mean, I have to believe that, karma is, you know, she does her thing,
Yep.
you know. So I kind of I don't know if it offers me a peace of mind, but there is a sense of peace, knowing that, me not um saying or doing the things that I would have wanted to say or do to certain people, you know, is is paying me back in some way. I have to believe and hope.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Of course. Okay, let's get to something light. Um, are you an early bird or a night owl?
I'm a night owl.
Mm. Is it because of your work, or you just love the night?
No, I'm very much naturally a night owl.
Oh,
I am not um I am not an early bird. No, nope.
okay. So,
Like I am not coherent in the morning.
so I'll tell you. I'm assuming. Do you drink coffee or no?
I do, but caffeine does not affect me the
No.
way that
What?
it affects. Yeah, I can, and it's a genetic thing. But like, if it, like especially like for medication and things like that, I have to take double the amount for it to affect me. So that's why I don't prefer to take medication. I kind of just tough it out naturally because we get closer to poisoning ourselves versus before the problem's really solved, we're like
Yeah.
we've taken like we've taken like the day's amount plus some, and I'm just like, "No, I'm good, fam. I'm good. Like, I'll tough this out by myself," so but
Okay.
yeah, caffeine doesn't affect me the way it should.
Okay. So you're more of a night owl. Okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So my next question is: so for me, you are the first. I guess you're the first female gamer girl I've ever interviewed. So my question to you is, how does that feel to be a gamer girl? Like knowing that people, have a interesting, in a male dominated environment. How does that
Mhm.
feel? How does that make you feel in a way? Or, what's it like being that type of,
Well, there's always the good, the bad, and the ugly.
sure, let's say all
Um,
three.
yeah, yeah, let's hit all 3. I think the good, of course, is opening up the atmosphere and the realm of gaming to females. I think that, or those of a feminine nature.
Hmm.
And it's kind of like, yeah, this was a boys world, but unfortunately, girls like it too, and sorry, you got to share. And
Hmm.
so I think that I don't know, there's always been a sense of luckily, I think for me, I before I really got into online gaming, I was a board gamer.
Hmm.
And kind of having that introduction into that community and seeing that, you know, like Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer and it was very kind of male dominated. And then I slowly, we like started to see, you know, females kind of really coming in and being like, you know what, I can do this too, just as good or even better as you, and
Hmm.
like let's do it together because obviously it's everything just like I think with everything there a feminine touch isn't bad. I think having that sprinkling of femininity isn't bad. Now, the bad is 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 some of the comments. um and it's kind of like, and not being taken seriously. Number 1, not being
Hmm.
taken seriously. Um, I think that I'm not a COD player. I'm not a first person shooter. That is not my game. It's not my jam.
Mm-hmm.
But, I see videos of girls just absolutely being just berated by the male, player base.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's appalling to me. I think that, you know, it's something that should not be happening. But, I also feel like that's in-home influence, if that makes sense.
Right.
Kind of like not very much, it's kind of like, how does your daddy treat your mom? Kind of thing. So, that's just one of the not the main one, just one of kind of how I feel that kind of comes about. But, um, and then of course, the ugly
Oh boy.
is that. I think that just being kind of treated no better than, either for sexual gratification or, like I totally understand fantasizing. I
Mm-hmm.
totally get it. But I think that when um I will say that I have never been made to feel icky after any of my interactions with members of this community, of the Lost Relics community, ever, or any of the crypto, Web3 communities, um, except for like maybe one or two people.
Mm.
And luckily I can hold my own and take it in stride and what kind of brush it off. But yeah, I mean, there's the ugliness is kind of being made to feel that you are for someone's gratification, you know?
Mm.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's just a shame that like, a lot of people, well, a lot of male gamers tend to just, just fantasize and just only see a lot of female gamers just, I'm just gonna say it, sex objects half the time. And it's just something that
Mhm.
I feel like if you want to cultivate a natural community of both male and females, and I'm talking to everybody, including myself as well, just be respectful of the ladies we have here. I'm grateful we even have just one, but there's also, I'm pretty sure, new female players, and I
Mhm.
feel that you're kind of like, I feel like you might be like the stepping stone for the other females that are coming into crypto, but also coming into Lost Relic. So I say, in my opinion, you are a very valuable asset to this community, in my opinion.
Well, you're very sweet, but I have to give it to Russ. She's an amazing, amazing player. That she and I, kind of got together, and I loved seeing her in game. I just and her being a part of the community is absolutely stellar. And uh, I think, and I hope I'm not saying her, but Dragon Girl Rider,
Yes.
also an amazing member of the community. We haven't seen her around in a long, long time.
Yes.
And I mean, the iconic Ivana. I mean, I think that Ivana was one of the, she was kind of like the head mother of Lost Relics. If anyone
Definitely.
wants to, yeah. So luckily, it's I I know that I think I'm a little bit more vocal in the community than the other females, but they are absolutely just amazing, amazing members of the community. And I think that we, you know, especially Miss Ruth,
Yes.
I absolutely adore her. She's
I
just the most darling
Yeah,
person.
I totally forgot about Russ. I do apologize that, it was her uh it was her or her husband, I'm trying to remember, that made the logo for me. So shout outs to you
Oh,
guys.
there
Yes.
we go. Very cool.
I
Very
I do
cool.
apologize. It's just because they had Russ, you've been, gone as well as Aya's also, not Aya, Ivana, excuse me, confusing
Yes.
names. Ivana. You've both been MIA for such a long time, especially Dragon
Mhm.
Girl Rider. I do remember her.
Yes.
I even
Yes.
remember reaching out to, I don't remember which one, but I did reach out to them as well for an interview, but they just kind of went MIA, and I do feel bad that that happened. But hey, it's never too late. I would definitely say it'll always be time for them to come back and come around and say
Always.
hi.
Yeah, and I think that that's what's so great about the community. I think that a lot of us have kind of taken a break over the last couple of months and have, slowly made our way back into the Discord and the community and the game. Um, and I mean, it's just life happens.
Mm-hmm.
And, I hope that, like, I think that especially with Ivana, I think that she, you know, when she left, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, we're like a puff of smoke. She was gone. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, is she okay? Or
Mm-hmm.
and then she came back for a little bit and we're like, oh my gosh, there she is.
Right.
The mother's returned. And, and we were like, where have you been? And I know that, uh, and so we know that she's very much around. It's kind of like she appears when we most need her, like
Kind of
in
like the Avatar.
the yeah. And so, and I know that with Dragon Girl Writer, I know that it's kind of like the adventure's over, where she's at. And so and of course I see Russ in the chat, and I just love that, she's, we see her pop in from time to time, and, but it's like life is crazy.
Oh yeah.
We're not, I mean, I say we, not, and there are many people probably in the chat that are, but I'm not 20 anymore.
Nope.
You know, I'm not, it's kind of amazing to me that people our age, kind of get online and play games and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
meet people and, you know, make connections and all that kind of stuff. I think it's
Yeah.
wild.
I know, I agree. It's very amazing. And yes, Russ, I do apologize. It was your husband that made the logo, yes. And I want to give another shout out to him. Fantastic graphic designer. And also shout outs to Ivana, Dragon Girl
Mhm.
Writer, and maybe some other people I haven't met yet.
Yeah,
Shout outs to all you guys. I appreciate it.
I think it would be really interesting to see like the female base. I know that there were actually some players that had come over from another game that I was playing, and they're like, "I found this game, Lost Relics," and I'm like, "Ooh, girl, like that's where I came from. That's like
Mm-hmm.
that's my origin story." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I love it." I'm like, "Go, like, love it." So yeah,
Okay,
it's
very
it's it's
nice.
good.
Okay, great. So, how many days do you play Lost Relics, and how do you fit it into your schedule?
Ooh,
If you can,
um,
I know
if
you.
I
Yeah,
can,
if you can, yeah.
I think that, like I said, as you progress in life, it gets busier. And like I said, I took a big break earlier this year and am slowly making my way back. But it's just kind of, it's mostly on weekends that I find the time.
Okay.
And that's just kind of my schedule for right now. Because, it's kind of like, yeah, it's crazy.
All right, that's fine.
So, yeah,
I
so like weekends.
that's fine. So, just curious, does like anybody know that you play Lost Relics, or like your family, like what do they think about it, or anybody that or you just it's just something that you do on your own?
It's not a deep, dark secret. And luckily that my older brother is who actually got me into Lost Relics.
What? Yo, shout outs to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Yeah. It was my older brother who, like, came downstairs and he's like, "You gotta try this." And I'm like, "Why?" Like, gaming's your guys' thing. Like, I tried to play WoW. But here's the thing is that my little brother controlled the consoles, my older brother controlled the computers, the PCs, and
Mhm.
I had my books. And I'm like, I'm fine with my books.
That makes sense.
And, so I was just like, like if I wanted to play a video game, I had to wait for my little brother to either fall asleep, go to school. Like, I don't know. Like there was, I no, I was quite, so I wasn't playing any of the console, games. My brother controlled the PC that could handle PC games, and that was his job essentially. Like he had created a program that farmed gold in WoW, and
Wow.
he broke some rules and then sold the program before he got caught. So,
Smart man.
yeah, he was like, like washed his hands of it. But yeah, but yeah, one day, like my dad, he bought me like this, Black Friday special laptop, like the ones that were like $129 that had like 4 gigs of RAM. And it was like, here, have a laptop. And I was like, okay, great. And so my brother's like, here, you can download it. It'll work on your computer. I'm like, oh, well, great. Sure. And I was like, well, how do I play this? And he's like, just go in a dungeon and you just fight and you survive. Don't die because then you'll lose everything.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, do I just do it with my, and I don't want to say it, and I'm sorry, but this is going to come out so wrong. But I'm like, do I just do it with my fingers? Because I don't have. And so he's like, oh. And so for the first few, dungeons, I literally was going through the gray dungeons just on my trackpad. My fingers dragging across the trackpad,
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah. And so and he was amazed. He's like, "You survived?" I was like, "Yeah, I didn't die." But when I
Wow.
got to like epic, I was like,
No.
I was cussing so bad. Like my mother came into the room. She's like, "You have to stop." I'm like, I'm just trying to live. Yeah, it was intense. Like it was a ride. And people are like, "Epic? That's what got your heart pumping?" I was like, "Hey, like I just, and that was when it was like $20 to transfer like 5 eng.
Wow.
Like the
Yeah.
gas fees
It
were
yeah,
astronomical,
no, I
man.
remember. No, I remember. They were insane.
Yeah,
Surely.
it
Mm.
it was it was nuts. To this day, I bet you that my older brother still has eng in the ether, still trying to be transferred into Lost Relics.
Oh man, you gotta reach.
Like it's nuts.
No, I was say he got to reach out to Cliff and see if that could get fixed.
Yeah. But no, I loved it. My first event was the Easter event with all the bunnies, and that was like my first like crypto purchase was my penny presto, and I haven't taken her off since. You know, poor girl's been worn nonstop since 2021.
Oh
Like
my goodness.
bless her heart. So I
No,
mean,
that makes sense. That makes sense. That hey, you've been in there for a very long time, and
yeah.
it's very interesting to hear humble beginnings of players. It's very nice to hear this
Oh
story.
yeah. My humble beginnings, like just going through the flippin', dungeons with my little trackpad and oh my god.
So, just curious, this is a quick one. What is like your favorite pet, or what pet do you have in Lost Relics,
Oh,
if you
well,
have one?
I have a few. When Lambo came out,
Yes.
I purchased Lambo. I was like so stoked that I was able. See, this is the thing that I do miss is that I miss the limited edition feel, the absolute rush to try to buy the 200 limited edition item that's up for sale in Lost Relics. Once it goes live at like 6 p.m., get in there, buy it because it's never going to get done again.
Yeah.
Like I miss that. Like I don't like that I go into that shop and I see the same flipping things. Get it like and you can tell just by my voice. I'm like get them out of there. Like give me the limited edition 200s, 150s, 50s and bring them back. Like make me want to rush your website, dude. You know, so yeah, I loved that kind of rush of an online release, but I have to say that one of my favorites is Space Cat.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, because I got him for so cheap, and it made it like frustrated the shit out of Hitman. And he's like, "Let me buy your Space Cat," and I'm like, "Nah,
No.
sorry, I'm sorry."
That's
But yeah,
funny.
Space Cat's probably one of my favorites. Yes, yes, bro stud. Yes, thanks to you.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, he gave me the inside scoop. What are you doing, bro stud? There you
Oh
go.
my
There's your
god.
shout out.
Very good. All right. So now for the last question for this interview is, when Cliff puts out new updates, do you read it all, or do you wait for, one of my videos or non-Fiat videos to come out?
So back in the day, because I think you and I have this appreciation and camaraderie,
Yeah,
is that I would read the Medium articles
of course.
to people. And um so but of course I have because of my work schedule and everything, they fall behind. And so I very much look forward to your videos so I can watch them, I can get my recaps, and I can go on my merry way. And so you know, it's always great, being able to just kind of pop in and be like, oh, Hito is going to do all this work for me. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, it's a public service I do for this whole community.
so,
Very
but
nice.
so yeah. No, we're going to have public questions, Spiz. Calm down.
Yes, of course. Don't worry, Spiz. Oh man, that was a lot. Okay, so I definitely appreciate that. So before, don't worry, we're not gonna wrap up at all. Don't worry, I didn't forget about the raffle. I just wanted to say that was just, I appreciate all the answers you gave. I'll probably recap again, but um, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to do Q&A, and when I'm doing Q&A, I just gotta figure out how am I gonna share the giveaways as well. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm a little genius. Let me see how smart I am. I'm being very sarcastic when I'm saying that, by the way.
When I come across it,
Oops, sorry.
No, it's totally true. Math to me is literally a different language, and I was never able to grasp it. And so it's always something that is I appreciate on such an extreme level the people that have, that brain for math.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Always.
by all means, I feel like I to be honest, the reason why I also did math as a skill is because I just wanted to make sure that I wanted to learn a skill that was very useful. I want to be useful to
Mhm.
people in some kind of
Mhm.
capacity.
Yeah.
That's what
No,
I
I think with math, it's numbers don't lie.
Oh yeah.
It's just it is, it's whatever. Of course, there's always going to be mistakes and kind of simple things out of an equation. But once you get it, it's like nope, it's that. It's that.
Exactly. It's definitely that. I'm just trying to just trying to get
Oh yeah, scooch
the
me the flip off the screen. Get me off of
yeah.
there.
Okay,
Yeah,
you want
get
me
me the flip off of there.
Oh, okay. All right. You're yes, ma'am. Okay. That's what you wanted, sure.
Yo, yeah. No one needs to look at my face anymore.
Come on. You have a very genuine nice face. Come on now,
Oh, thank you.
man. I'm being humble because I don't want to say something I'm gonna regret later. So I'll keep it like that. Oh my gosh. So I again I'm still trying to get this whole thing on right now. So don't worry, people. Okay. All right. So everybody in the YouTube. Okay. So if anybody's watching this on Twitch, I'm giving it right now. Do not enter iRaffle. I would say go to from Twitch, go straight to YouTube. I'm definitely going to, yeah, I think from now on, just for the record, I think I'm going to stop doing the multi-stream. I'm just going to stick to just YouTube just for the future reference now because it's just too much of a headache to do three at the same time. So that's one thing. I think this is good enough just to show the names because I have to now type in manually the names because I don't have a special thing. I have yet to learn. I have to learn how to do what you call it, the whole not OBS, but I know Streamlabs has the whole setup for giveaways. But yeah. So as I'm setting this up, right, I want everybody in the chat right now to type in exclamation point raffle because we're gonna give away some engine for you guys. So we have about 20 engines, so 4 lucky winners will get 5 engine each. So, and because I know I don't want to keep it up too late, because I know you, Aya, you have work the next day, so I don't want to make this too long. So I'm gonna
Oh,
try.
it's all good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. So as I'm typing this up live, I want everybody to think about your FAQs, your well, not your FAQs, your questions from the community as I'm doing this. So this is your chance to ask Aya whatever you want. Just keep
Oh
it
dear.
PG-13 as possible, and let's not ask any questions that's gonna get us demonetized, please. That's that's my only condition, please, because I know how wild you guys can get. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my only stipulation. Because if I see something
Yeah.
silly, can I?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can report you guys if I see something silly, so I can do that. All right. So as this is going on, you can talk to me about whatever you want, Aya. You can just maybe get yourself something to drink, or I don't know. Let me see.
Oh
Can
no,
I?
this is this is great.
I think I just copy and paste the names. That'll probably be smarter.
I think
There
so
we
too.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
this will be much easier.
Yeah. Very nice. Yep.
Do it one at a time. So yeah, but other than that, so is there any plan? Do you have any plans to like go anywhere? Aya, like in terms of like, I know. Are you into Halloween? That's a better question. Are you into Halloween? Like actually going to Halloween parties or just the whole concept of Halloween?
It's my favorite holiday.
Ooh, you into
Halloween is my favorite holiday.
interesting.
Hmm. Yeah. I uh because my birthday is so close to Christmas, I kind of went the opposite direction. And, my first dog was born on Halloween. It was just kind of, yeah, I've always loved Halloween.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Halloween. Oh, that means you probably love the movie Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love a lot of Tim Burton's films. Nightmare Before Christmas. One of them I especially love. I remember seeing it for the first time at the El Capitan Theater in Los Angeles, and that was amazing. I love that.
Mm.
Yeah.
So let me see. I mean, you guys could ask questions by all means. I'm talking to the
Yeah.
chat.
I'm
I'm
watching the
waiting. Yeah,
chat.
we're waiting for you. The question,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm watching the
This is
chat.
your time. By all means, ask
Yeah.
her now. Just
Yeah.
that's what I would
Yeah,
say.
and I'll find a way if it's something that's we're on the crude side. I'll find a way to answer it, not as a way for you to get demonetized.
Unlike somebody I know happened last week. Oh man. But I'm gonna
Oh my
pretend
gosh.
I didn't see what I saw last time.
Right. No, yeah, totally. Yep. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
But I feel like all the questions they're gonna ask me is not like,
Not appropriate, really, guys.
yeah,
Come
like
on.
it's like because I'm not seeing anything come in.
Only because I
Like,
gave that stipulation. I'm
I
sorry.
know you took everyone's fun away.
I'm sorry, but I mean, like you said, we're all kind of around the same ballpark, and we kind of want to keep everything. We want to be mature about this.
Oh yeah, no, Russ. So Russ wants to know what I think about Argentina, and I think that is probably um, a place that I would love to visit. I know that I don't know how humid it is, but I feel like there's some kind of humidity, and I would have to suffer. But I want to go and visit there. I think that it's an absolutely stunning place, and I would love to go. So.
Okay.
My favorite color, Flippy Zim. My favorite color, deep purple. You missed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, deep purple.
Very human.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, it's too icky and sticky.
Yeah, 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 yep, yeah.
So I
Can you
spent.
think of that ANG streamer getting a championship belt? I forgot who it was, but I'm sure you know. It's I think that that ANG streamer that got the championship belt, I demolished the competition. I think that it was a massive takedown. I didn't pay for the pay-per-view. I unfortunately had to watch it illegally through stolen cable. But it was glorious just the same. Samuel says that Brazil is greater than Argentina. Those are fighting words, buddy. You might not survive.
Yeah, but the Argentinians are ruthless. Man, get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, His wife was less thrilled. Yeah, I've heard stories, but I just, that they get to duke it out. Like, they get to duke it out. And I guess he gets to prove how he won that championship belt.
So let's see. Favorite book series since you said something about reading. So I believe you said from the Aragon series, I think you said.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite series growing up, was the Aragon series. Do I play any sports? Ooh, mind games. If that's a sport. No, I'm joking. No, I am not of a sports type person. Like I said, I was a very portly child, and I was like, I did do ballet and things like that, and my role as a ballet dancer when I was, I think, 5 was one of the lost sheep from Mary Had a Little Lamb, and yeah, that was my role. So I've never been a a sports person.
Interesting. I like what Russ said. Do you speak another language?
I don't, not fluently. No, I think that I broken Spanish, broken French. That's kind of, it's yeah, very. I wish that I was fluent, is what I'll say. I'm not fluent in any other language, unfortunately, except sarcasm.
Oh
So,
yeah, that's a professional language, definitely.
Yeah. I heard you
Ooh.
called him a loser, but it feels like that. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Ooh.
Well,
Pick wisely.
It's hard because I have a deep appreciation for both, because those were the things that my dad loved. And like I had mentioned in a different stream, we called Star Trek Star Trash. But he adored it. He was a massive Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, you know, uh, always those kinds of things. And so we, as kids, grew up kind of just having a love for all things sci-fi. So I couldn't pick, and
Ooh.
so probably not wisely.
I like Fluffy Earl. He says Marvel, DC. I double dare you.
Oh, DC. DC.
Nice pick. I kind of would
I
agree.
think Marvel's overrated. I think I just see too much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Psy, we already covered her favorite food already.
Yep.
A good baked potato.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Would you still love Spiz if he was a slug? What?
Would I still love Spiz if he was a slug? What? What kind of question is that?
Oh my god.
Hitman. That's absolutely absurd. I mean, yeah, I guess. I will say that when I was little, my brother thought he was teaching me a cool magic trick when he poured salt on the snails on our sidewalk.
Oh no.
And then I realized that they were just dying a very agonizing death. And I feel really bad about that to this day. And so yeah, like I won't even like eat a snail. Like escargot and stuff like that, I just can't, because I'm like, oh. So yeah, I feel really bad about the snails. Like, it's so bad.
Okay.
He thought he was teaching me a magic trick, and I was like, oh. And then you later find out, no, you're just killing them in a very painful way.
Things, yeah.
Gosh. Brosted wanted to know what do you think LR could do to be more appealing to a wider audience? Ooh, I honestly don't know. I think that it's the only thing that you could do basically is to step away from being a Web3 game, and not being crypto based. It's just kind of, but then it wouldn't be what it is, because I think that for a lot of people, they're still kind of learning to trust crypto gaming. And like I said, this invisible currency that you can earn. But I'm thinking, guys, if you're sitting there playing WoW for 12 hours a day and, things like that, I mean, at least, you know, you could be earning something versus just kind of playing with, but I don't know. I think that one of the biggest things is to be able to play with your friends,
Of course.
to have that camaraderie going into a dungeon together and being able to fight the big boys with your friends.
Right. I
You know.
see Pretty Bob says, have you guys got the AT&T racquetball bats? I have no idea what that is.
No, I don't have AT&T racquetball bats. My dad was a big player of racquetball back in the day, but no, I don't have those. That's unfortunate. How do you get those?
I have no idea either. By the way, I totally forgot to mention this. So everybody, please, I greatly appreciate this. You guys already sat through 90 minutes of the stream. Please hit that like. It helps the channel grow, the algorithm, and all that good jazz. Please, please, please. I'm pretty sure you guys found this whole interview entertaining. So please, if you enjoyed it, hit a like for that part. And of course, the Spiz got to say, I got the Team Homo rackets. Everybody knows.
Yeah, I think that was. I think that But Lightstone says if they could bring back any TV or movie and make it more, what's your choice? Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know. I have something for me, but this is for you though. So you go.
No, if you have your answer, if you have your
this
answer,
is really
go
for
ahead.
you. This is really for you. I'll wait for you first.
Oh gosh.
Someone said The Mask. Honestly, no. I would disagree with that.
No,
Jim
I think
Carrey
that
did the best one in my opinion. That's just me.
Yeah, I think that needs to stay.
I was gonna say if I had to answer that one because I know it's not for me, but I'll answer so you can think about your answer to that question. Oh my god, what was that movie called? I'm trying to remember. It's like these things. Oh my god, it's like these giant worms that are underground.
Tremors?
Tremors, yes, Tremors, yes.
Now hold on. No, pump the brakes so hard, my guy. Tremors is one of my favorite films.
No, really?
You do not understand.
No, I do.
The graboids have grabbed my heart. I love. Now hold on. Now it has to be discussed that I will not entertain anything past Tremors 4. I just can't. I won't do it. Like once we started going into like Tremors 8, I was like, no.
You killed it at that point.
You like after Tremors 4, I think it was Tremors 4 when they like went Western.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the flip is this? Yeah, no. But like Tremors 1,
the
perfection.
best. Loved it.
Perfection.
I love it to this day. Such a
good
and funny film. I just love the guy when he's sitting on the ready. He says, God almighty.
No, I think it was just one of the best films. But I think that the one thing that I guess one of the shows maybe I wish was kind of redone is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh yes, definitely.
I don't think that I would. It's not that I would choose any of the actors to be different. I think that I just wish the ending didn't suck as much as it did. The way it ended, I'm like, you threw it all away. Just like with True Blood. You threw it all away. You had something so good, and then you threw it all away. For what? A dead person dying. You died. Anyway.
There goes the spoilers there.
Yeah, Firefly series being canceled. Absolutely tragic. That one of my favorite actors is Alan Tudyk. He's just so versatile, so amazing. I think that I don't get starstruck ever. I think I have met many a celebrity in my life. I have, we did like Oscar gift lounges and stuff when we did our stuff for the nonprofit. And one of the best people that I ever met was Nancy Cartwright and Yardley Smith from Simpsons. I loved it. But yeah, Alan Tudyk and Doug Jones.
Okay.
If people do not know who Doug Jones is, he's kind of one of the most iconic members of the horror community and sci-fi, things like that. He was the Silver Surfer. He was in Hellboy. Just and I love that man. He was so sweet to me. He said that I was the most beautiful person, and he gave me a kiss on the cheek. And so, I
Ooh,
loved. Yes, yeah.
very
Meeting
nice.
him was amazing. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Okay, someone said, "How do you get in the raffle?" So Pen World. So just type in yes, exclamation point raffle. So if you already type exclamation point raffle, I will not add you again if I already have you there. So yeah, just enter exclamation point raffle. I'm just gonna copy you right now. I'm pretty sure I saw Tad. Yeah, I saw Tad already there before. So don't worry, we're gonna start doing the giveaways in. I was gonna wait till 10, but you know what? We start the first one early.
Yeah. Yeah. Start.
Yes, let's start right now. So, and again, let's see. Spin the wheel. Bob needs cash. Hitman. Did I add you, Hitman, already? I think I did. Let me see. No, I did not. Okay. Hitman gets to get in right now. All right, so that's it. We're gonna close it off right now for the first roll, and good luck to everybody, and may the odds be ever in your favor. And our first winner of the night, I'm getting the name down, and it's looking like, oh, is it gonna be Russ, or is it? Nope, we have a winner. Who is that? Blank? That's
what?
weird. Blank. Nobody won the. Why is Blank even there?
I don't know.
Hold on.
You might have an entry. You might.
There's no way I have. There we go. Sorry about that. Nobody won the first one. Okay, that was just a test. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, for real this time. Okay. Oh, is it gonna be Lightstone? Are you serious? Lightstone again, man. He's everywhere.
Like I think the sheer amount of winnings that Lightstone has had in the ANG, oh my gosh, I think he's like number one. Truly.
Rigged. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's our first winner there. So as I'm getting the next winner ready, I'm gonna spin the next wheel. Anybody wants to ask any other questions? Because I could just blitz through these three if you guys want me to blitz through it.
What about? Well, did you enter, Bromigo? Did you do the iRaffle?
Had to. Okay, you had to do number one. Okay. Well, type it in right now. You better. I'm gonna give you like.
Well, I mean, you got like 2 seconds, bud.
Yeah, I'm giving you 10 seconds. 10. 1.
Exclamation point. There you
There
go.
you
Flip.
go. I guess he had to wash his hands.
Use of no. Oh my gosh. I have to
There
tell
we
you, man.
What do you mean?
So I guess this is I guess this is like a men thing that you guys do, I guess. I don't know.
What is it?
But well, you know, back in the day when my brother was playing WoW for like, 16 hours a day and stuff like that, I guess he just chose not to take 6 steps to the bathroom. And went to the bathroom in a Mountain Dew bottle.
Yeah.
And so my little brother, who was still little at the time,
Oh no.
oh yeah. Yeah, walks in, older brother sleeping, the room's dark and dim.
Oh my god.
And
gross.
he's like, I am parched.
Oh god, we know where this is going.
Yeah, and needless to say, it was very tragic. You heard screams from both ends. And for some reason he still chooses to drink Mountain Dew to this day.
Gross.
I would have been traumatized and swore it off. I can't drink Mountain Dew.
No,
it's not. It is not.
It's not after that. No way. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it's so yeah, in a bottle.
Do you have a question from Lightstone? If you could read that for me. I'm adding Sage in right now to the wheel.
What's the most amount of time you have played LR in one sitting? I think that back in the day when I was really into it, I think I did probably over 24 hours
Oh, so you did a 24-hour
straight.
stream. Well, not a stream, but
No,
a
it
session.
wasn't a stream. Yeah, mhm.
Sorry, a
Yeah, I
session. Sorry.
remember getting kicked out twice with a 10-hour warning, and I was
Wow.
just playing. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's good. All right. So let's do the next giveaway right now for another 5 engine. So let's do it right now, and good luck to everybody. And our next winner it's gonna be Fluffy Earl. Looks like it.
Whoa.
Nice. Congrats to
Very
Fluffy Earl.
good.
Very nice.
How many levels did I go up in that time? Oh my gosh, I think 10. I think 10. 'Cause I think back then I wasn't, able to do, like, legendary dungeons. I think I still had, like a rare or epic build as my highest. So, I wasn't out there doing Shoreway and stuff like that. I was just kinda living in rare and epic dungeons, so my level, didn't go up as high, so
I like Pen World. It takes me 1 week to go up 1 level, and I'm only level 27. Dang.
yeah, it was like, I mean, I don't know if it was because either I was of a lower level that I was able to do it more quickly, or because there was like a moment where leveling was a little easier, back in the day, and I
Right,
don't
right.
remember, but like I don't know if anybody remembers it, but like it was a little easier to level, and I think that that's why it was just going, just boom, but like Lord, it's hard for me to even remember.
Yeah, I barely like. What's funny is there's like some screenshots I remember taking and some certain old videos I had. I look back at some of that stuff. I said, "Dang, we came a long ass way from
Yeah.
freaking when we first came
Yeah.
about a year
When we
ago."
yeah. Mhm. Yep. Yep. I do miss eye level, like low camera angle.
We have that, just not as good as was before.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you can only go so far, and so it's kind of like I do miss being kinda like on the ground,
Yeah.
So, but
Uh,
yeah.
hey, you never know. Cliff might go crazy. Here's a VR mode. Can you guys imagine VR in this?
No. No. Oh my gosh. People like you're gonna see a lot of injuries. I broke my hand.
Oh my
Well, I mean,
gosh.
do better.
I just feel bad. I can only imagine when you see freaking Leather Demon or freaking Warden.
Oh,
You just see how ginormous they are. I'm like, dude, I could see only the freaking loincloth. That's how big he is.
Well, I mean, who's gonna argue with that?
I like the current low angle. Okay, that's fair to say, Russ. Fair to
Well,
say.
that's good.
Definitely. Let's see. Okay, so that's interesting. So I mean, I was just thinking about like just how things have been going, how things have been changing so much in Lost Relics. It's just crazy. Like I feel like, in my opinion, I think Cliff could try to do. I know everyone's asking for co-op, but we'll see like what would happen in co-op. Oh, I like that question. Black Menace Mafia best drop Aya.
Nah. Nah. Mm-mm.
What do you
No.
mean? You got something.
Like, my best drop. God, what is it? What was that? It was the epic sword, the epic one-hander. I don't even remember what it was. Or not the one-hander. Is it a two-hander? I don't remember.
Is it like a Crucible or Crusader? I think it was called, or is
Yeah,
it
yeah, the crusade. No, not.
Scar Carver? That's what Russ said.
Yeah, yes, Scar Carver.
Mhm.
That was my best drop. Yeah.
Don't worry, I have faith in the RNG gods. They'll give you something really good.
I do not. I do not. I know my place in this world, and getting a mythic or anything like that is just not in the cards for me. And so I just kind of play to play.
Okay, hey, look, we at least we definitely appreciate you playing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Calivier Crusader was one-hander. Scar Carver was
Yeah.
two-handed. That's fine.
Yeah. I think that the Cavalier Crusader was one of the first things I won in an ANG raffle before I became part of the team, and quickly was not able to enter any other. And it's not that we weren't allowed, because there was always a rule that if we didn't have it, you could. But I was like, no, we gotta no. I will let everybody else get in on that. But yeah, I think the Cavalier Crusader was my ANG win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's do our next winner. We have two more left to give away. So I'm gonna spin the wheel right now. So good luck to everybody here, and let's take it for a spin. We get VXPL Mugiwara.
Josh.
Yes, you are our winner. Congratulations. GG's to you on your 5 engine, and then we have one more winner. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the next wheel spin right now, but then after that, I think I'm going to probably leave the stream open for like another 5 or 10 minutes for anyone else who wants to just hang out or chit chat about whatever, and then we'll wrap up after that. All right.
Perfect. I love it.
All right, everybody. So this is our last wheel spin for tonight. Good luck to everybody, and we shall see what happens. So good luck. Arlindo, is that Arlindo? Oh, it's so close. Oh, I can't say it, but Cysops Imperium, very good. You just got. Dang,
oh, wow.
It looks so close. It was so close. I do apologize. I do apologize for mispronouncing the name. I do apologize. Oh God, Bromigo. So
no.
So everybody who won, I need you all to, one at a time, message me on Discord, and you know how to find me. I'm the Hidden Hero. You hit me up on Discord. You say your name in, whatever the name on the Discord is. You just say, this is me from the YouTube thingy. YouTube stream. I'm sorry. It's just a thing that the Hidden Hero says. She says thingy all the time. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's besides the point. But definitely, say who you are, that you won the raffle for 5 engine. And then we can talk about sending me your matrix chain engine, and I will then send you the 5 engine. Do that now. So just to recap who won, it's Lightstone, Fluffy Earl, VXP Mugiwara, and Cysops Imperium. So those are our 4 winners. So please hit me up, and we will definitely now. I think now we can. Now truthfully, it's the last 5-10 minutes. I think we can go a little freestyle. I guess we can take the conversation to where we want, because I could probably just. It's just 5-10 minutes, but I'm, still people keep your pants on.
You're gonna open up the floor for the absolute, just the absolute
most degenerate
debauchery.
Thing.
That's about it. Oh Jesus!
Okay. I'm thinking if I should or not, but I guess it's kind of like how people are about their I guess I'm edging.
You know what? Well, hey, that's an art in and of itself.
It is.
But you got to give the people what they want, and I've come to terms with it. So
okay, sure. All right, people, we're gonna ask if people. Here's your chance. All right, I'll give you. We'll go till best 10:30. Are you okay with that,
Yeah. It's only 7:30. It's only 7 o'clock here in Vegas. So
okay.
So I'm good.
All right, people. So freestyle, people. So
oh Jesus.
Ask your questions now. You have for me, it's about 19 minutes you guys have. So go ahead. Act a buffoon. Go nuts.
Oh Lord. I don't. Okay.
look, but
And then they're gonna get shy. I bet you it's gonna be quiet for 19 minutes.
right. So I was gonna say Aya though, but again, if you don't want to answer any of those degenerate questions about me, just say I'm not answering that. I'm like, all right, no problem. I'll probably cut. I'll probably in the shorter version of this video, I'm probably gonna cut those questions out anyway if they're too degenerate.
Good.
So don't worry,
Yeah,
I'm not cutting that out.
that's good.
Don't worry. Oh my god.
No, Sipsai, I do not hate you for not opening the chest. I totally understand that you are having game issues. You're fine. You're good. That's funny. I hope you can get in the game soon. That would be nice. See, now they're shy,
No, I think they're just typing. They're just typing.
Oh,
now.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
I have a bad feeling
that we're going to get paragraphs of these questions. Oh my gosh. No, I think that they've.
What is your favorite brand of knitting yarn? What
is my favorite brand of knitting yarn? I couldn't tell. I don't know. I don't know the brands of knitting yarn.
All right.
I couldn't even tell you.
All right, I got a few messages already. I'm not gonna show you who their names are. So I'm gonna keep it that way. Let's see. When stream? That's a good question from Grogan.
When stream?
I mean,
I know.
I don't know. She likes her privacy. I don't know, man.
I mean, I've streamed before. I mean, I used to stream back in the day. I think that I did enjoy it. I think that having kind of people there with you is always a good thing, because I don't prefer silence, but then of course sometimes I do. It's kind of just my mood. But yeah, I mean, I always enjoy doing kind of like the streams where people come in and they're like, I read them stories. So,
oh my god, Black Menace Mafia. Yeah. Who did you vote for?
Who did I vote for? That is a hell of a question. That's dangerous.
Yeah,
that's dangerous, and that's not allowed.
Nope.
Sorry. If you were a planet, would you be a hot, dry planet or a cold? Oh, well, I don't like the heat. I live in Las Vegas, but I am not. Yeah, right. I would rather be cold. I don't know if I'd rather be cold and wet, but cold. And yeah.
Oh my god, Romego. I mean, have you ever thought of doing like reading, like doing narration, like kind of like a book or like a ASMR reading stories maybe?
I have considered it. I think it's I know that I would probably need I probably would need better equipment, better, microphone sound equipment and things like that for me to be able to do that. But I think that it would be interesting. I wouldn't say no to be a narrator or, things like that.
Yeah, like I've said many times, you have a very charming and at times seductive voices that I'm like, I would love to just listen for like literally as I'm like playing Lost Relics. I would just listen to you, whatever that you're reading. I'm like, okay, it sounds nice. I'm just gonna keep grinding here.
No, yeah, I think that whenever I did, and I know it was kind of funny, but during Christmas time I would go on and read How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and
okay,
and it was like, for whatever reason, it was my most popular stream, and like sous chef, he was like, do it again.
Oh my god.
Like, he was just, I don't, and so it's, but no, I think that Hito, and I know Spiz, it's, when you have a certain voice about you, it's, people are like, oh my gosh, like, what do you should do all of these certain things with your voice, and did it like commercials or narrations or
yeah, of course, yeah. I mean,
or other things,
I think one time the most weirdest story someone told me, they said, your voice is really good, you should do like naughty voiceovers. I looked at the person, I said, what the what?
Yeah. When I was younger, I was asked if I was old enough to be a phone sex operator.
Oh man.
I was not, mind you. I was not.
No, that's
at the time.
That's disturbing, but yes.
Yeah. And I was like, And then I remember one of the episodes of Rocko's Modern Life on Nickelodeon
Mm-hmm.
when he was like he got fired from his job and he's going on job hunting, and he goes in and at the time we had no idea as kids, no idea that he had gotten a position as a phone sex operator. And it's this Australian, oh yes, that feels nice. And he's just like monotone, just and the guy's like, you're terrible at this.
Oh my goodness.
And so I just have always kind of equated, that position with Rocco's Modern Life. So
Okay, that's fine. See, Penn World said stay in LA or go to north part of Canada.
LA is trash.
Oh damn.
LA is the thing is, see, here's the thing is that LA certain parts, just like I think that for people they could say the same thing that Las Vegas is trash. But when you go outside of Hollywood and Vine and go to the outskirts of LA, it is better. But I think for a lot of people, what you see on televisions and in movies is Hollywood and Vine. Just like for Las Vegas, all you see is the strip. So for most of the time, that's all you see is just that most popular area. And you're like, oh my gosh, this place is trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Hollywood and Vine or just Hollywood Boulevard in general was removed from the equation, LA is pretty fine. But for me, I think that I've never been to Canada and I would love to go. I have lots of friends up there, and so I think that that's one of the trips that is going to be planned, soon, is to go up and see some friends up in Canada.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I mean, have you ever been to the Niagara Falls by any chance?
I haven't been. No. I did. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say definitely take at least one of your trips to go there. It's very awe-inspiring. That's all I gotta say.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's one of the seven wonders of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's, I would love to experience that. I think that would be, especially when you realize that, like there was history of people going over the falls in barrels and things like that. And you're just like, dude, you chose to do that, and well, I mean, like very rarely, but it was just, I think that, but yeah, I would love to see Niagara Falls.
Okay. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Babe, man.
Shit. I would have to believe the egg because the chicken evolved from a dinosaur. So I think that through evolution and crossbreeding,
sounds like the egg, actually. Yeah, if you put it that way.
I think that the egg happened just through like genetic mutation, and I almost said like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. What the fuck was that? Sorry, but I think that's my guess. That's my guess. Is that the egg happened and the chicken hatched from said egg. So
Bro Miko says if you had to pick between hairy hands or hairy feet, what would you choose? What?
Well, probably hairy feet.
Yeah, I think hairy feet.
Probably hairy feet because if you came at me with those hairy hands to do anything of an intimate nature, I would be like, you need to step back. you need to like stick them up.
No, what's sad is I actually remember I saw a student of mine. He has the hairiest arms. I think. Have you heard of Street Fighter? You know the character I'm talking about, like Blanca.
No. No.
I'm pretty sure other people would know what I'm talking about, but damn, pretty much he had arms like freaking like his arms was hairy as his hair. I said, Jesus, brother.
What?
Yeah, it was. He has
like
it
he could
really
like quaff
bad.
his arm hair.
Yeah, no, it was really bad. That's why I was like, I said, you know
Is
what?
he Italian?
No, he was actually Muslim.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything in terms of like, like to tell him, oh, you're gonna get all the girls. I was like, keep studying. I said,
keep studying. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
No, I mean the thing is everyone has a preference, but
Of
for me,
course.
I'm just like, you know, I would rather you have hobbit hairy feet. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, because then they can be covered with shoes
Yeah, of
and stuff.
course. Yeah, you know. Um,
I don't wanna, like, take people's rights away to make them wear gloves,
nah, not
but,
at all.
yeah.
I like bro said, trust Hero. He's a doctor. You know, dang well I'm a
Yeah.
doctor.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
oh, I see. I thank you, Hitman. Saw what I was talking about. Yes, Blanca for the win. Harry Hulk or Harry Hulk.
Yeah, the hairy Hulk, there you
Oh
go.
my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Yeah, absolutely nuts. And then I guess Hitman's saying that it was the answer for the chicken and the egg is both because of the multiverse.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's facts. Actually, that would make sense, Hitman.
But is there really a multiverse?
Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, my God.
I always like to believe like it's a weird way to say like I feel like there's like it's just weird to think about like there's an alternate female version of me somewhere else and I'm like what? That's so weird. You know, it's just that's just something I just can't really
Oh
wrap
my
my head
gosh.
around, you know?
See, I think if there's an alternate male version of me, he's probably a sexual deviant.
Probably.
Like
He's probably
like just
going to town
yeah,
on chicks.
he's the one that goes and buys hookers for cheap, and it's absolutely abhorrent, you know?
Oh my gosh. I like to meet Bizarro Spiz. That would be
Oh
funny.
my gosh.
Spiz.
But it would be a girl though, Spiz. It would be like the female version of you.
Yeah. That's very funny. Man, that's just funny. Just like thinking about like how many God damn. Spiz.
Yeah, it's just like, it's busy.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
No.
I'll ask you a question, Aya.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh, the three flavors for ice cream: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Which one?
Uh, oof.
Or you could pick
Really?
something else.
Really? Really? Neapolitan? That's what you're gonna throw at me?
Napoleon.
Is it Napoleon or Neapolitan?
You know, I think you're probably right. I think it's the Neapolitan because I'm saying something
Because
like, you know what? I think you're probably right.
like Napoleon, I'm like Bonaparte. It's I don't know. Um,
I mean, you could say Rocky Road or pistachio if you don't like those three options.
I mean, like I'm always like, I love cookie dough. Like I will eat that shit raw. Like I like the bad stuff, like that has egg in it. Like
Yeah.
that's like I've grown up on, like as like back in the day when you would do those fundraisers where like we would sell cookie dough,
Yeah.
from school.
Mm-hmm.
My mother, she would buy a box of chocolate chip cookie dough in the little, like 50-cent size pucks. And that was her treat. At the end of the night, she would have one raw frozen piece of cookie dough. And it just I've just always loved just raw cookie dough. And so I feel for the most time that cookie dough ice cream does not have enough cookie dough in it.
Yeah, it
So
really
when
doesn't.
when my first ever job was Cold Stone Creamery, and like it's like an ice cream place where you can like mix in and kind of customize your ice cream however you want it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was finally able to make the cookie dough ice cream of my dreams.
Ooh.
And it was 90% cookie dough. My boss was like, "You cannot make that heinous thing again. You're cut off. Do not do it." But let me tell you something: cake batter, ice cream, and cookie dough bits inside, absolute perfection. Perfection.
Ooh, I don't think I've had that before.
Yeah, yeah, it's so good. Yep.
What's your social security number, bro? Block Menace, come on, man.
What's my social security
You're
number?
better than this.
I ain't
You're
got
better
shit.
than this.
Like I don't have shit. So whatever you're taking from me, I mean, I guess like you don't want my identity. The feds still live at my house. Like you don't want any part of what's going on over here. So
Ben and Jerry's half big on top. That sounds good.
yeah, Yeah, it literally, yeah. I think maybe Ben and Jerry's has come close with like the mix-ins, and but the thing is what's funny is that like ice cream, you can only have a certain percentage of like mix-ins before it can no longer be classified as ice cream.
Mm.
There's like a law that the FDA has in place that, so
I'm freaking out of the door. At least ask her for the seed phrase home,
those
Lord.
are ridiculous.
Would you ever plant a tree? I mean, that
Would I ever
sounds.
plant a tree? I mean, yeah, I've planted many a tree. It's my grandfather was a silver beaver in the Boy Scouts. That's the highest, position that you can be. And so when we would go up to Alaska, he would always make sure that we knew the land, lived the land,
Mm.
loved the land, and you know, it's yeah. So I have a high, and trees are the only way that we can really survive on this lovely planet of
Of
ours. So
course.
plant a tree.
Bro, Migo, how many
How
trees have
many
you
trees?
smoked?
I have never smoked. I've never smoked a tree.
Ooh, you don't smoke? Oh,
I don't.
fantastic.
I've never drank. I've never drinking alcohol. I've never smoked weed. I've never done drugs. I've never smoked a cigarette.
Wow, sounds like a Christian girl to me.
I'm just a Mormon girl.
Oh, that too. That okay. I love that.
But
Go ahead.
but no, I mean it's not that like I had an uncle that was a product of it was like a 70s drug child, unfortunately, and he was like my walking dare poster of like just say no to drugs.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was like, yes, sir. You know, like, yeah. I have a perfect example of what might happen to me if I, of course, back in the 90s, weed was like no. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
now we've gotten a little less like strict about it, especially here in Vegas. There's a dispensary on every flipping block, but yeah, it's just not my vibe.
No,
You know.
I agree with you 100%. I also had that example with my father actually that it's just
Mm,
been I see the end result of this. Do I want to be a part of that? And I'm like, hell effing no. So
yeah,
and also drinking too, it's just been just a no. Just no.
yeah.
I
It's
love my liver.
Yeah, I mean, addiction is something that's on both sides of my family, and it's people sometimes say it's not genetic, but I really truly feel that it is to some degree. And yeah, I'm just like, you know what? I would rather not. I would rather not knock on that door. You know.
No, not at all. It's
So,
I feel that like have you noticed like our when our parents' generation when they were like in their 30s, they look like I mean, if you've seen the old photos, you've seen like how they look different. But for us, we
mhm.
look like we have like these baby faces and we're still 30.
Yeah, yeah. No, literally, I still have I still have my baby face. I like, unfortunately, I look the same as I did when I was like 4. Like, people look at me and they're like, "You don't change." I'm like, "Well, I wish I did, but nope. I'm just yay." It's yeah. Yeah.
I'm good with the baby face. I'm good with the baby face. I look like some people still confuse me for like 20 something and some
That's
people
that's
still
also true. Yeah.
and some people still believe that I dye my hair gray. I'm like, mother effer. This is silver fox hair, man. I gotta deal with this all the time. And they're like, really? But it looks so good right in the front. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I just learned to just accept it, okay?
Like Rogue from X-Men, like it
Yeah.
yeah, that
Uh,
whole I love it. I think that, you live and breathe your silver, man, your
oh
gray,
yeah. Hey,
you know?
all I know is it definitely helped me snag the hidden hitter. That's for sure. That's why I was like,
There
all
you
right. I
go.
was like, all
Rock
right.
on.
Yeah. She's definitely
That's
into
awesome.
older men. So yeah, so I was laughing at that first time. Let's see. I went to my wedding dress fitting and the makeup artist said to me, "Oh, you graduated."
That's funny. Like, poor Russ, she's like a child bride, and she's like, "No, I'm really an adult. I'm an adult." Oh
I
my
I have
goodness.
the lumberjack beard. I look weird without a beard after having one for so long. Nah, nah, Spiz. That is forever yours. You will forever own that beard. You need to it'll always hug you and you always hug it back at you, you know. It's always a nice nice relationship you have there.
Oh my goodness.
If anything, that's like his like. If I had to like buy a product from Spiz, his beard has to be somewhere on that product, like as a
Really?
silhouette. It just,
Like
I don't know. To me, I've just seen him so much that way. Like I wouldn't be able to recognize him if he
it's
just,
like it's synonymous. It's just part of who he is.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I guess the silver fox for me would be my synonymous thing. I guess
Yeah, I
too.
think so. Yeah, I think so. I think it
Okay,
would be I think it would be different. I think it wouldn't we wouldn't be, kind of seeing the authentic person, you know? So never
definitely.
change. Don't ever color that. Don't
Okay.
listen to the haters.
Nah, not at all. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now we need to see Spiz without the beard. Oh Lord, Blade Bro.
Blade Pro, we tried to get him to download the app, the whatever the flip that was called, the thing that you could take a picture and it shows you without a beard, but I guess it was $50, and Spizzo was like, "F that." So
I just love what Spizzle says. Spizzle's beard oil. Groom like a man.
but hey, you know what, Spiz? If you got a beard oil, you gotta like promote that shit.
Yeah. It was
It was
$50.
just to see Spizzo without a beard. It was $50. You're gonna have to pay for it. Somebody's gonna have to pay for it, Spiz, and then you just kind of, you know, Spiz oil is that gamer goo. I mean,
Could
it's.
be.
I
I don't
mean,
know. We don't talk about that. That's
well,
that's in house.
yeah. It's kind of he's working on it. He's working on it. That's future Spiz's problem.
Where can we find the Spiz? Oh my god, Gorgon, dude.
That is a different product. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that they kept it clean. I was really nervous that someone was going to ask like something really profane and they were able to keep it clean.
You
I think it was because
guys.
they were afraid, but
I
that's
mean,
okay.
no, it's hey, look, I appreciate that they definitely kept it clean, for the most part. I guess one question. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, I probably could ask you that later, not like now, because I don't know. I don't ruin this good streak we have right
What?
now.
No, what do you mean?
I
What do
mean,
you mean?
okay, so actually, no, I'm not gonna do what we did last
You
time.
can't
No,
do that.
I
You
am.
no,
If anything,
that
okay,
is against the law.
I
You
would
can't.
ask
You
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 this question probably during Spizzo's stream because he's more of the was it a rated R kind of question.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to do that
Okay.
for this, so let's not go there.
I'm sorry, you guys. He's doing it to you. I'm not doing it to
Let's
you.
see. Spiz
Like
says, hold on. Spiz says it's not over yet. Smut could still appear. Only if you apply it then to the. Oh my god. Oh goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
No, but overall,
you
no,
uh-huh.
but overall, yeah, like Spiz. It's a freaking family show. Only if it's your feet. Okay, whatever. Pretty Bob, whatever. But overall, I would definitely say like I'm trying to think of another question I could ask you. That's like
Sure.
that one that's just more not just appropriate, but I'm curious.
Yeah.
Um. Okay.
Mhm.
So you never really had much consoles, but you had books more, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Yes.
Um.
Yeah.
Ironically, you had like the polar opposite life I had. I didn't like books until later in life. Don't get me wrong. I love books now, but
Mhm.
I'm just like thinking, hmm.
I mean, it's not that we didn't have the consoles. It was like I have mentioned before, we were very fortunate to be able to purchase basically anything that we wanted or needed. And so when a new console came out, my dad was like, "All right, here it is." It's and with the games and things like that. And so we were, lucky, very, very lucky to have that. But for me, I just always went back to, you know, I don't know. I think I just enjoyed my alone time a little. I liked it. Kind of
Okay.
going to my room, reading my books, watching Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego on PBS.
Oh
And
yeah.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh
That
man.
and like playing with my plastic play food, you know.
That sounds accurate in terms of like similarities of growth of like actually Were you like the kind of student that would like when you come home from school, would you just try to do your homework and watch like cartoons, like try to watch like I don't know, like Arthur or like some other shows? Oh,
Every day.
every
Every
day.
every day. Like I was the kid that came home, did the homework, always did extra credit. I y'all, you can say it. I was totally a brown noser. I was a teacher's pet. I was a glorified like part of my electives in middle school because I didn't go to regular high school. I homeschooled myself and graduated when I was 16. And so, but in middle school, I like once I was able to be a teacher's aide, teacher's flippin' aide. Like I, yeah, I was very much a teacher's pet. So I was just, but yeah, like I remember when I was in the GATE program and we
Mhm.
were tasked with, um, like doing like like Stonehenge or Big Ben or like like creating these things out of just either clay or other things. Um, I like immediately went home, did Stonehenge out of clay the first night. Boom, it was done.
Nice.
I bring it. I was so proud of it because I did it. Like it was just me, right? And I brought it to school the next day, and my gate teacher was like, "I'm not accepting that. It's you. You literally took a project that I'm giving you 2 weeks to complete, and like go back and bring me something else."
I see.
And I was like, "Excuse me." Like that's the one thing. Like don't ever like I did it. Like I did the assignment. What are you talking about? And after school I was really upset. And my cousin who lived with us at the time, we housed a lot of family throughout my life.
Mhm.
And and he picked me up and he was just like, "What's wrong?" And I said, "My gate teachers like they didn't like my Stonehenge." And he's like, "He didn't like your like what do you mean?" And he kind of became like our glorified big brother because he was much older than my older brother and myself. And
Mhm.
so um and he was just like, well, da-da-da," and he just got so mad. And he's like, "All right, we're gonna make something better." And so, literally, he had come up with the idea to take packing peanuts, and he and I took a hot glue gun, and we constructed like we couldn't even fit the damn thing through the door, but we constructed Stonehenge out of packing peanuts, and it's like we spray painted it. Like he, of course, had me do most of the work, because it's my assignment,
Mhm.
but he was just like, "If she says no to this, you go up to that front office and you call me." And he's like, "I will." I was like,
Damn,
"No,
that's a
no,
threat.
no, no." Yeah, I unfortunately, like most of my family, it's just kind of like that. We're ready. Like we go from like 0 to 85 so fast, so fast. Like we're just like we will just like go right into threats. Like,
Just I could imagine. What
like
did
I
you
will
say?
cut you. Yeah, it's
It's like straight for
but
the jugular. It's like, damn, chill.
oh, yeah, no, it's like, "Whoa, dude, I just asked her, like, what her number," like, yeah, I
Oh,
just
mm-mm. Yeah,
yeah,
I can
so
imagine. I can imagine the man or whoever your future husband's gonna be. They got to go through a lot of like security from in terms of your family. You know.
I mean, I have to feel like they will, it's going to be interesting, whoever that person is, it's gonna be interesting, so,
Yeah,
but
definitely. Okay.
oh my goodness, is there anybody else? I think
Anybody else with any questions? Because I think it's
I think
getting.
that that's it,
I
and
think
yeah, we went over, dude.
yeah, we went over by a little bit, which is I do apologize for that, but it's all good. Okay, everybody. So I just want to just recap. So we had the lovely and amazing and wonderful Iyawonderland here. I want to give a big shout outs to her for stopping by and doing this interview with me. It'll take me a couple of weeks to edit the video, just so you guys know. So that interview won't be up until like maybe about, I'm going to estimate 2 weeks, only because I have to do the weekly loot and give or take if Cliff doesn't just throw out another update out of nowhere. So, that's why this interview will be a while before I can edit it and shorten it down. And I appreciate everyone for stopping by the stream. And one more time, smash the video if you gave it a like. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And You've all been amazing, and I appreciate you guys for keeping it clean. Even myself almost lost my lost control at the end there, but I kept it together.
We're just gonna move over to Spiz's stream, and you're gonna be able to ask the questions. So
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I guess they only have to wait maybe like 10 minutes.
Oh,
So
yeah. Wait, Spiz is going on live now?
yeah, he said he was gonna do like an after party stream.
Oh, okay, sure, Spizzo. By all means. I mean, I wish YouTube could do raids and whatever have you. That would be cool. So definitely, so I'll definitely head out. So as you all know, this is the Hidden Hero signing out, and never forget to follow your arrow. Take care.